Today, we're going to see how many countries we can drive to on one tank of fuel.
And to make things harder, we'll have to stop and buy something in every country before we can move on. How long will our fuel last, and how many countries can we visit in that time?
Bright and early start, isn't it, to this challenge?
We were up at 3, so we are a couple of miles from the Eurotunnel crossing. This is the last petrol station, and this is the last fill up. Should I just fill this up until it's just...
If there's not diesel on your shoes, it's not full enough.
One thing I'm doing already is not turning the engine on until I have to. I'm nervous to turn it on. I don't want to start wasting fuel.
Just don't do it.
Okay.
Maybe we'll push it. How many you got indicated?
590.
Doesn't seem like a lot.
Can we make up more? I don't think this lorry behind realises that we're hypermining.
Maybe he's hypermiling off of you. He's trying to get a draft of you.
Already, one country, bang, just like that.
Straight away.
Straight away.
Where every morning you wake up in one country.
Yeah, but you know, let's take every little victory we can. Right, let's get this into 5th. Nice and steady.
You probably just say that every time you change it to 5th anyway. Well, it's a bit dark in here, isn't it? Why don't I explain why we're using your car? Should I just turn the interior lights on? Nope, can't because they're broken. So, car of choice for this challenge. It's very important to pick the right car. We've got Ethan's Skoda Octavia. Not because the inside of it is damp, not because 100% of the windows don't work, but because it should return a semi-decent MPG.
Yes. We've lost 5 miles already.
We haven't gone 5 miles though. That's that heavy right foot of yours.
I'm barely touching
On
it.
the limiter, everywhere you go.
Oh,
It's back up again.
Okay.
Stop freaking out. Jesus Christ, I thought
we're
something was actually wrong. What are you doing?
Checking us in.
Do you not get sick of not being able to open the windows in this car?
It's quite irritating.
Why don't you get it sorted out?
It's just a thing to do, isn't it? It's like a thing in my life that I have to sort.
Do you just shit your pants? Be like, oh God, it's just another thing I've got to do, haven't I? Just changing them.
Do you know one thing we do have for this? We've treated ourselves Flexi Plus. Well, it's actually because we don't know what time when we're coming home. When we come home from this trip, we've got no idea what time it will be.
Had to go engine off. Why have we had to do that?
We're in the nether region between trains, I think. We're in the gooch.
Is this international waters? Because we've checked out of England.
Yeah, and France have done our passports. Maybe we're technically in France.
How many countries would you be happy with?
I mean, if fuel was endless, we could go for loads. Cut that. Shit.
No, don't cut that. Listen to what he's just said. These are real insightful comments that Ethan's making at 6:30 in the morning. If fuel was endless, we could go for loads.
And with this valuable information from Ethan, we aimed for mainland Europe and boarded the Eurotunnel train.
You won't do 70 miles an hour in this.
Should we do a burnout in our carriage?
The only burnout this car could do is if we set it alight.
We made a purchase in England. Our British purchase.
Yeah? What did you get? Does it... You bought this because you legally have to have it, not because...
2 birds.
Pop it on?
Let's pop it on.
After throwing on our UK badge and rolling off the train, we hit our second country of the day.
Vive la France!
Où est la papier?
Mais oui, monsieur.
La bibliothèque.
This country too. 2 down already.
We're smashing them out, aren't we? What sort of speed you got there, Cap?
I'm rocking a 60 mile an hour.
I see you're getting a little bit of draft off of this lorry here.
I am. I didn't know I was, but I am.
Jesus Christ.
So far, we've added 20 miles into the tank, and we've added a country. So if we keep going at that rate, we'll be in Africa by tomorrow.
Yeah, we're 1,200 miles on the clock.
As we had made it to France, we stopped almost immediately in the town of Dunkirk to make our first purchase.
We've got a mission to stick to, so we didn't venture too far into Dunkirk. So basically, we stopped at, how do you say this? Carrefour?
Yeah, that'll do.
I picked up a wedge of brie. I think this will travel well as well. We're getting nice and warm in here.
Then we'll get nice and cold at night.
A couple heat cycles through this brie, and I think it's really going to finish it off. It's going to really mature it. So we've got a wedge of brie, and Ethan, do you want to explain this? Because Ethan got a Bic.
Well, for those who don't know, Bic is a French brand.
And you got a 4-colour Bic, like an overgrown schoolboy. This is a throwback to you handing me the 4-colour Bic to draw those bloody templates for the camper, isn't it?
That's a good choice.
It's a good pen. We'll tuck that cheese just in the side pocket of the door.
And then we'll probably forget about it.
And we'll forget about that. and we'll turn it into blue cheese.
Right, back on the road.
Right, let's do it. Come on, drive. We've got a lot of faith in this Skoda to do a trip like this, and if you want to have the same confidence in a car that you're looking to buy, then make sure to check out this week's sponsor, Car Vertical.
Lots of cars are crashed or stolen, and they often go back on the road looking like nothing has happened to them. With a Car Vertical report, you can find out their hidden history.
All you have to do is enter your reg or VIN number, and then Car Vertical can tell you if your car's ever been stolen, crashed, or even clocked.
Take my trusty old Skoda for instance. Having run a Car Vertical report, I had peace of mind as the report came back with green ticks for mileage, finance and damage.
But here's a car that isn't looking so good. An M3 Competition. Running the Car Vertical report shows that it has green ticks for mileage and finance, but it's got a warning for damage. This thing's had a horrible time. Look at the state of that. So if you saw this car coming up for sale looking all mint, if you do a Car Vertical report, you can see it really isn't.
If you're ever buying a car, van or motorbike, make sure you do a Car Vertical report so you know that the price you pay matches the car's history.
And to help you do that, Car Vertical are offering 20% off with the code ATG. Right, so we've left Dunkirk. Where are we going next?
East.
And that would take us to...
Belgium. And we've just crossed over the border into Belgium. 3 already, it's only 9:30.
Wild, isn't it? UK, France, Belgium.
UK time is 8:30. You haven't even had your Cheerios at this point.
3 countries, all before you've even turned your straighteners on.
Annoyingly, our range is dropping.
I have noticed that.
It was up at like 6:30 at one point.
Yeah,
it's now just like plummeting, just going down quite quickly. That's not good for the country consumption.
Is it the stopping and starting? Is that going to hurt us more than we think it's going to hurt us?
I guess.
Is there something wrong with your car?
I don't know.
Is there something wrong with your driving?
I feel like I've been driving pretty carefully.
You were definitely pissing the French off.
Yeah.
There was a couple of people trying to get in the boot.
They were right up us, weren't they? We've made our Belgian stop.
This is a good place to stop. Bruges is lovely. We're only on country number 3. Like, we haven't really been going that long.
No.
We've only been going up on our mileage range.
The cobbles in Bruges did destroy that somewhat. I don't know what these cobbles do, they just suck fuel out of your car.
No, it's no good.
We eat breakfast, don't we?
We need to eat breakfast.
Yeah.
And we need to find something a bit Belgium. So let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone, shall we? Waffles are pretty Belgian, right?
I think so.
I've got a ham and cheese waffle. Is this blasphemous? Very delicious if it is.
I look like I'm an 8-year-old. What do I put on what?
You put the strawberries on the waffle, and then you take the chocolate sauce and spread it all over your face, and you put the cream in your pockets.
I think a step up from what we got in France.
Or brie and a bic. Got a belly full of cheese waffle.
It's only just gone 11.
And we've done 3 countries. I've had a ham waffle, a bottle of bic, got a block of brie in the door card.
Block of brie in the door card must not ever have been said by anyone.
No, it's a really good band name though. So did that hurt us, the stop off in Bruges?
We've done 1 notch on the fuel gauge. These stops are definitely hurting us. So we're on to country number 4. It's not far, it's only like 30 kilometres away. We'll do 4 countries by lunch.
Don't say lunch, I actually feel rotten after those waffles. Just need a few minutes to forget about all that cheese.
We had now moved into country number 4, but little did we know, purchasing something from this country wouldn't be that simple.
This is quite quiet.
Ethan, where have you brought us?
It's a town called Aardenburg.
It's a town called Silent Hill.
So we've had to dip off into country number 4, the Netherlands. And we're basically at the closest town over the Belgian border, the Belgian-Netherlands border. And that's just brought us to Aardenburg.
Apparently the town is closed.
Is this the quietest town in Europe? It's quite unusual because it seems not small, but like a town this size in the UK would be huge.
Oh, God, because the bloody crow scared the shit out of me. That's how on edge I am here, with how quiet it is. Look, nothing's open. Why isn't that open?
We might struggle to get our Dutch item here. Just no one.
What's this? Is this a bakery? That's closed. I'm very confused by this little town.
It's really strange. Okay, we have to find somewhere else.
Yeah, we have to find somewhere that maybe isn't a ghost town.
All right, let's find the car. We could be in business. We're walking back to the car and we just out the corner of our eye clocked a museum and there's lights on. So we finally cracked the code. The lady that works at this museum, she said everything is closed on a Monday.
Makes sense now because everything's shut.
I think they've actually just opened this for us. And this museum is on ancient Roman military fort. Not somewhere I thought I would come to today.
No, this sort of a rogue stop that's happened.
Also, in the gift shop, there's nothing Dutch in it.
I didn't expect to be in a Roman's basement when I woke up this morning. They were short, these Romans, weren't they? They loved a pot, didn't they, the Romans? They like smashed ones though, didn't they?
Yeah, why did they just make that? They should have made a whole one.
Unable to purchase anything in Aardenburg, we got back to the car to devise a new plan.
This has been helpful and not helpful.
This hasn't helped us at all.
We went to pick an item up from a Dutch town. Instead, couldn't do that and went to a Roman museum.
We can't go too deep into the Netherlands because then we're going to be using fuel that we can't really spare.
Wanting to save as much fuel as possible, we went to the closest place that was open, a fruit and veg shop.
God, that was a nightmare, wasn't it? We managed to find some things. We got stroopwafel, and then to accompany yet more waffles, we have more cheese. It's one of the few items in there where we were like, we just have to get that, we just have to get it. There was me wanting to chunder because of waffles and cheese, and we've just got to bought more waffles and more cheese.
But that's officially 4 countries done. 4 countries we've been to and got items from.
What does the range say? What we
Range
got?
says
Oh, we're doing all right.
575.
575. We've barely put a dent in it.
Only 15 miles apparently since we left.
No, that can't be true.
We've done it since the Shell. We've done, I think, 102 miles.
Well, that's really good going.
But I think now is when we're gonna have to do a bit of driving.
Okay, put a big stint in?
Yeah, big stint.
Okay, well, let's go drive.
Okay.
Feeling confident with 4 countries under our belt and our range looking healthy, we pushed on until...
This isn't good.
Okay, Belgium.
Traffic. I forget, is traffic good or bad for fuel consumption?
We've got so much driving left to do as well.
Do you have any good traffic games?
No.
That's the end of that scene, isn't it?
Do you know any?
I like the acronym out of the number plates, that's good. Try FND.
For now, don't.
FNP.
For now, please.
Why are they all for now? FNF.
For now.
Stop! FDT.
Flipping Derek's truck.
Fondling Derek's tits.
With traffic thankfully easing up, I had a well-earned nap, only to wake up to Ethan seemingly trying to sabotage the entire challenge.
So I'm over here trying to have a nap in your passenger seat, and it's broken as well, so it's not comfortable. So it doesn't tilt all the way down, does it?
Potentially not. Who's
No,
to say?
100% no.
Oh, okay, sorry. I don't often sit in that seat when I'm driving.
You're missing out.
I normally sit here.
I sit in both when I'm there. I wake up from my nap, and this is the view I see of your windscreen when I'm awake. So it's a bit chilly out here, and we've got like road grime all over windscreen.
Yeah.
And it's at some point going to become an issue for you.
Well, yesterday my windscreen washer light came on.
Oh, did it?
And I was like, oh yeah, I'll get to that. And I'm still yet to get to that.
Well, no, I'll be able to drive through most of Europe with that on.
Yeah,
I won't need screen wash.
We might have to make an unscheduled stop.
Yes, I know, Ethan. And now that's going to hurt us, isn't it?
I know.
We're already down to... that went up. That was weird when I pointed at it. If I point at it again, maybe it'll go to 500. No, we're at 470 miles. I don't know what you've been doing whilst I've been asleep.
I've just been letting off.
I don't know. I was asleep like this, like jerking around. Like, we're doing all right. We're doing okay, but we are now going to have to stop because else you're not going to be able to see soon.
Oh no, it's gone everywhere. Oh no. Sorry, car. Oh, what a mess. Have a good drink. Dumb.
Now, having stopped and topped up, yet more issues started to show themselves in Ethan's car.
Bloody hell, Ethan.
Yeah, that's got... Well, I reckon this is the cause of all my electrical issues. These wood screws.
Good road trip car, this, isn't it?
It is a good road trip car. It's a good winter road trip car when you don't need the windows open.
You've got a sticky armrest, have you? What's going on there?
Yeah, that came off the other day. It's just my workhorse car. As long as it runs, we're good to go.
We're running out of miles though. Whoa, that's taken a hit.
Oh no.
Jeez, 395.
Oh no. The top part of the continent that we were driving on was all flat. Now we're getting to the hills, so this is going to start wrecking.
I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah, I hadn't.
Well, coast down this hill then.
I had, guys. What do you think I'm doing? Country number 5.
Number 5.
Ticked.
And it is Luxembourg. You come here all the time, don't you?
All the time. See my relatives.
Would you move here?
It's quite lovely. They've got a lot of benefits here.
Well, Luxembourg have a crazy amount of stuff going for them because they are the wealthiest country in the world.
Yeah.
They've got 1 Olympic medal the whole time they've been participating.
Ooh. Ooh, God, Luxembourg. It's quite the tax haven here, isn't it?
That's why you want to move here, isn't it? Fuck, tax dodger.
Tax dodger.
But where we actually are in Luxembourg is quite interesting because
Yeah.
where we're stood right now is Luxembourg, but just over there is France,
Yeah.
and then just over this river is country number 6.
What could it be? Yeah, this is Schengen, so it's like where the 3 countries meet, and they've put these pillars up here to mark it, which is
Yeah.
quite cool.
We've already been to the shop, Ethan ran in. What are the things that you got from Luxembourg?
One of them is in the car, I'll show you that in a bit. Being that this is the wealthiest country in the world, I thought it only right that we get a crisp €50 note.
You got a 50 sheet.
This is to represent Luxembourg and all its wealth. Would you like to see our other Luxembourg item? Luxlate.
What the hell's that?
It was in the cheese section.
Oh, it's like PVA.
Is it like Dairy
It's like a pot of Dairy Lee. You've accidentally bought cheese.
Luxembourg cheese.
We can take this Luxembourg cheese and we just put it with the Dorcard Brie we got from France. We compare it with the mystery cheese that we got from the Netherlands. Getting quite the cheese selection going, aren't we, by mistake?
After we added to our ever-expanding cheese collection, we took a short drive over the bridge into Germany and country number 5, where we decided that this stop would be to grab dinner.
Right, so we've just made our stop in Germany. We thought we'd just stop at the most convenient restaurant on the route to where the next country is. Accidentally ended up having a candlelit dinner with Ethan. We can't afford to do that, man. People think we're a couple as is. I can't be sat across the table eating dinner with you looking at me and an a cappella version of Killing Me Softly playing over the speakers, can I? We're ridiculous. How'd you find this place? Is this just en route?
Yes, we're 400 metres from the motorway.
They didn't even have worse. They had no sorts of worse.
I know, they had schnitzel. Did have cheese in. Cheese.
Oh, well, that's good. At least we tick that one off. Had a pair of romantic cheese schnitzels. Bloody hell.
Oh, I know.
Get us on the road. Get us
right,
away
let's
from here.
get-
People
yeah.
can start talking. How's that right foot doing? You got cruise, obviously, on this.
Obviously, yeah. Wait, let me just turn it off a sec. Boop.
Cruise? You haven't got windows. I'll be honest, I'm surprised you got an armrest and fog lights. Ethan, can you just get the windows sorted in this car? So I don't have to like half get out to do these bloody... I can't even...
Get me a receipt, please.
Ethan, this is stupid. Just sort your shit out. How looking, Captain?
It's like I was saying earlier, it's coming down quicker in this half.
Is that because of your car or because we're up and down some hills now?
I tell you, yeah,
Bit of both?
bit of both.
Is it your driving?
I will admit, I had a period where I realised I was going a bit faster than I should have.
Do you think that bit where we were just chatting away and then you looked down and you were actually just caning this thing?
Yeah, that might.
Do you reckon
That
that
might.
contributed to the lack of...
May have lost 20 or 30 miles there.
Maybe the increased fuel consumption is something to do with that.
It was a lapse in concentration. We've used 3/4 of a tank.
We're getting through it. We're getting through the fuel.
It, yeah.
I think we got one more in us.
I think so. I think
we've got this
yeah.
next one.
I hope we do.
But
Yeah.
we'll see where we end up.
Yeah.
With the fuel light coming on, we pushed on further, determined to get as far as possible.
7.
Country number 7, Switzerland.
Switzerland. Just outside Zurich. Quite a long way.
We're at a point where it looks unlikely we're going to hit another border. I'm in no mind to deal with the consequences if we don't make it.
I genuinely don't think we can. I think we had to call it quits. We've done 570 miles with 45 miles indicated, but we're I think about 90 miles from the next border.
Not bad though, considering we've been dicking around and you've had a heavy right foot every
Yeah,
now and then.
yeah,
You've not been locked in, been locked out on occasion.
And we just jumped in one of our cars.
Obviously, we still need to get our item from Switzerland to signify our stop.
Yeah. We were hoping for some Swiss watches.
We have to settle for cheese. Just another cheese to add to the selection of cheeses we have from the countries today.
Yeah.
All by accident, pretty much as well. Genuinely didn't set out to buy just cheese.
Yeah. So 7 it is. We couldn't make an 8.
Maybe next time. I feel like there's areas for improvement.
Maybe. Yeah.
But if you enjoyed this video, click here to subscribe. More videos down there.
Right.
Times?
Yeah. Pass me on that cheese first. I'm hungry.